Welcome, yogis. My name is Sophie. Thank you so much for showing up today. Maybe you are someone who practices with me often. Maybe you are showing up for the first time. So welcome. Today we are working on a yoga flow class. It is basically just a feel-good class. So anticipate that. It will feel really good, I promise. And remembering as well to listen to your body. So if at any point you need to come down into child's pose or take downward dog, please take it. And we will get started. So if you do have your water, have it near you. Any props that you are used to using, welcome those along the way. And we'll get started on our backs in Shavasana. So take a moment to extend the legs, lengthen out the back of the neck. Palms are shining up towards the sky. And just take a moment to settle in here. It might be the first time in the day for yourself to be here. There's nowhere else you need to be. This is the most important time is right now. So just check in with yourself and see how you're feeling right now. As humans, we are full of energy as we take in energy as well as we exude energy. So taking this time for yourself is very important to recharge and being aware of what shows up and the ability to release and let it go. So I want you to use that maybe as a mantra, or maybe you have one of your own. As I guide you through this practice, just remembering what is your purpose here today. What do you want to gain within your practice? And having the ability to release what might not serve you anymore. Sorry. So breathe in deeply from the belly, filling up all the way to the top of the throat. And slowly release through the mouth. Do that again. Breathe in. Take your time and let it go. One more time. Breathe in deeply, filling up the entire body and feeling that all the way to the top. Slow exhale. So check in and scan as you come back to that natural rhythm of breath. Scan the body from head to toe. On your next inhale, we're going to walk the feet back towards the mat. Knees are pointed straight up to the sky. Bring the arms alongside the body, palms down. Maybe you're tickling the back of the heels, the back of the feet. Maybe you have to walk your feet in closer towards your bottom. And as you ground down through the shoulders and the arms, I want you to feel that sensation of the lower back grounded down towards the mat. So you feel it touching. And at the same time, you feel the tightness within your core activated. And then slowly release. You'll feel that arch through your low back. And then we'll push it back down. Low back will touch the mat. Feel the core engagement. Breathe in. Exhale, peel it off. And your low back is freed off the mat. You feel the arch through the back. So we're just moving through the pelvis here. Keep going within your own breath, feeling the activation through the core. And this is where it begins through your core, just this small movement. And then we'll come back to ground the low back into the mat so that you feel long spine from the neck to your tail. And you feel your core activated here. Ground down through the backs of the arms and the shoulders. We're gonna move through some bridge lifts here. So pushing down in all four corners of the feet and lift slowly as you inhale, hips up towards the sky. As you rise here, stay here for the next inhale. Stay for the exhale. Following your next inhale, maybe you're lifting the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, bring the arms back down towards the ground. Inhale here to lift the hips up a little bit higher, squeeze the glutes. And then exhale to lower your hips back down. Inhale here. Exhale to lift the hips back up. Pushing into the feet, feeling the glutes fire up. Inhale. Exhale and stay. Your next inhale, you're lifting the arms up and overhead. Moving slowly. Exhale. Stay lifted. Bringing the arms back down. And lower the hips. Do that one more time following your own breath. On the exhale, you lift up the hips. Push your hips a little bit higher. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to reach your arms up. This time we'll stay lifted. Maybe you're bringing your arms down and underneath your body. Interlace your hands. Bring your shoulders underneath the body as well. Push one more time through the feet. Lift the hips. Exhale to let go of the interlace and lower your hips back down. Take a moment here to ground down through the hips and the low back. Tuck your knees into your chest. Maybe you're wrapping your hands and arms around the legs and slow rock side to side, massaging your low back. So I'm going to suggest to maybe close the eyes if you can, as much as possible, to really get into the body and out of your head. From here, bringing the legs up towards the sky and hands up towards the sky. So palms are going to be facing each other and you're dangling in space right now. Legs and arms are extended. So from here, we are going to move through some core movement and get ourselves moving. Inhale here. And then exhale, we're dropping left leg, right arm, extend in opposite directions to a hover. Low back is pressed firmly into the mat. Squeeze your core. Inhale here. And exhale back through center. Opposite leg, opposite hand, extend. Right leg comes down to a hover. Left hand comes behind the head. Breathe in. Exhale back through center. So moving through this movement of extending opposite leg and hand, working with some core engagement. You can move as fast as you'd like, just remembering what we are working on here. If the extension of the legs is too much, remember that you can always bring the legs to a 90 degrees, and you can do it that way as well. So keep going, firing up our core. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come back through center, extend legs and arms like a low boat, but our head is grounded for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck everything in. Breathe in deeply and rock from side to side again. From here, bring your left foot down and cross your right leg over your left knee, coming into a figure 4. To start, we're going to bring the hands down alongside the body, or option to bring them up and overhead if that feels good. Keep the bend in the elbows, open through the chest. Inhale here to pick up the feet, and start by feeling the activation of the strength through the legs with your figure 4 without the help of your hands. So we're driving our left leg towards our face as we intend to open the right hip. Flex in both the feet. Inhale here. Exhale to let it go. One more time, maybe driving that left leg in a little bit closer without the help of your hands. And then exhale, float the hands back down. Maybe you're taking the interlace now behind your left leg. So see what it feels like to hug it in now with the help of your arms, the help of your biceps, pulling the left leg in. We'll let go of the interlace. Bring the arms into a T shape and slide the right leg all the way over your left leg so that your legs are kind of completely crossed, twist tied. You're going to tap the left foot down to shimmy the hips over towards the right, and then let the knees fall towards the left, coming into a twist. If the twisted legs is not feeling good in your body, remember you can always stack the legs on top of each other. And as you're opening through the chest, maybe you're gazing up towards the sky or over your right shoulder. Maybe try closing the eyes. Lift the knees back up through center. Uncross the legs. This time, left leg will cross over right. Option to bring the hands alongside the body, palms down, or lift them up and overhead. We'll pick up the legs again, coming into your figure four on the other side. Flexing the feet and work with the strength of the legs that you already have. So driving the right knee in and opening up left hip. Stay here, stay with your breath. Maybe pushing a little bit deeper through the legs. Option to float the hands down. Now interlace behind the right leg, pull it in. We'll let go of the interlace slowly. Open up into a T with the arms. Slide the left leg all the way over so thighs are on top of each other. Tap the right foot down, hips over towards the left. Let your knees drop towards the right. Use whatever gaze feels best in your body. We'll pick the knees back up through center. Hug the knees in one more time. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe lifting your head to touch. And then exhale, bring the hands behind the thighs, rock and roll a couple times, and we'll meet in tabletop. And then right away, stacking your shoulders over top of your wrists and your hips over top of your knees, finding your foundation in this pose to start. And then we'll move through a couple of cat-cows here. So dropping the torso and lifting the gaze, maybe looking up towards the sky. And then exhale, tucking the pelvis down, rounding through the spine, and really pushing the mat away, feeling the spread of the shoulders. So moving through this variation of cat-cow with your own breath. Keep flowing with your breath. And maybe you want to experiment here and shifting through the torso, you're making circles with your spine. So still flowing with the breath. And maybe you're getting your neck into it as well. And then from here, keeping the hands planted down, we're going to move through a couple of scapular push-ups just to see how that feels in the body, and it's always good to strengthen that. So we want to find the neutral spine. We want to have a slight tuck of the pelvis, core is engaged, navel to spine. And we're simply focusing on the shoulders here. So as we drop our chest down, we feel the squeeze of our shoulder blades together. And then exhale, you're pushing through the hands and puffing up that space between the shoulder blades. So retracting down, inhale, squeeze the shoulders together. Keep the core strong. Exhale to feel them spread apart. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, push them away. Last time. Exhale. All right, from here, we're going to keep the left hand grounded down right in front of our face, lifting right arm up. Open up your chest. And then exhale to thread the needle behind your left wrist. Hover the head and arm. Look towards the left. Inhale to lift back up, open up. Exhale to thread it through, hover. Inhale to open up. Exhale, thread the needle, land the hand down, the head down. And try to square the shoulders off. So push down in your right shoulder so that you feel the stretch. And maybe you're either walking your left fingertips ahead of you, or you're opening up the left hand to the sky and then it's draped down your low back. Open up the low chest, the left side of your chest, the left shoulder, as you ground down through the right shoulder. Take an inhale and then let it go. We'll reach our left hand back down, right in front of our face, push into the left palm, reach your right arm up, exhale, bring it back down. Ground down the right fingertips, open up towards the left. Exhale, thread the needle, breathe in. Exhale, we flow and reach back up. Again, thread the needle. Exhale, rise your left hand up. Last one, we ground the left arm down as we reach through. And then option to lengthen out the right hand, come to the fingertips. Or if you'd like, you can drape your left arm along your low back. Your next inhale will reach your right hand back to the mat. Open back up towards the left and then close it off. We'll tuck under the toes. Sit your seat back, get a little bit of a toe stretch here. And then bring your seat back up. Do that 2 more times just to stretch out the toes. Maybe you're lifting the knees. And then exhale, bring them back down, shift forward. One last time. If you need to linger here, do it please. And then exhale, we're lifting our hips up for our first downward facing dog. Walk it out, pedal the feet. Take your time here. Stretch out the calves. Lengthen out your upper body. And then pushing your hips up towards the sky, melting your heart just a little bit so that your head is right in between the biceps. And then from here, bend deeply into the legs and then lengthen the legs back out. Inhale to roll like a wave forward. So really exaggerating the spine coming into that plank. And then exhale, bend the knees and flow back into your downward facing dog. Inhale here, bend the knees, let them come down to a hover towards the mat. Exhale, lengthen them back out in your downward facing dog. Flow it forward like a wave. And then exhale back into your downward facing dog. So just getting a little bit of movement through the spine. Do that again. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, lengthen them back out. Come forward. Rounding the spine all the way to the top. Exhale, flow it back. This time we are taking a moment to step to the top of the mat. Bring your feet all the way to the top in your forward fold. Take a moment to be either in ragdoll, you can hold opposite elbow, shift from side to side. Really bending deeply into the legs, draping your upper body down towards the ground. And then finding stillness here, bring the hands back down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, retract the shoulder blades back. So feel that engagement that we had worked on when we were in table. Pull your shoulders back and together. Exhale to fold. Bend into the knees and rise all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Lift all 10 toes, take a moment to drop one toe at a time to feel it into the mat and get grounded. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Your exhale brings you all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose, reach your arms up, sink the hips. Exhale to stay. Tuck the pelvis slightly down, feel the navel to the spine. Pull your shoulders back and down. One more inhale, sink the hips. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step your feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale here, big toes will touch, right leg to the sky. Exhale, pull the knee through center and step it in between both palms. Bring your left knee down. Inhale for low lunge, reach your arms up. Exhale to sink the hips just a little bit, but making sure you're tucking your pelvis down and feeling that core engagement before you shift and sink a little bit into the right leg. And then I want you to rise up through the energy of your fingertips here and maybe look up towards the sky. So there's a little bit of a back bend and your heart is shining up. Inhale there. And then exhale through the mouth, side out. We're gonna float the left hand down, easy twist, lift the right arm up. Open up through the right side. Option here to tuck the toes and lift the left knee off the mat. Exhale, land the right hand down. Step your right foot back in your plank. So pull the heels back, shift the head forward, and rock. Next time you shift forward, bend the elbows alongside the body, slowly come down. Lengthen out the legs. Bring the hands just underneath the shoulders, coming into cobra. Baby cobra, maybe lifting the hands off of the mat. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale back down. 2 more times. Push in the tops of the legs, rise into baby cobra. Exhale back down. Keep the neck long, gaze down. Last time, inhale. Exhale to lower. We'll push into the palms. Your choice from table or plank. Come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale here and exhale to let it go. Bring the big toes to touch. Left side, left leg up. Breathe in. Exhale, pull the knee through center. Step it in between both palms. Ground your right knee down. Look forward and rise up to your low lunge. Feel that engagement through the core. You might have to tuck the pelvis down and then sink into the left leg. Now stay here, breathe in and look up towards your fingertips. Pull the shoulders back and down. Exhale, float the right hand down. Easy twist, open up left side. Option to pick up the right knee. We'll close it off, left hand down. This time, right foot comes to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come back to that word or maybe words of affirmation, something that keeps you in this moment. Inhale into it. Exhale to release it. Next inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive all the way down. Next inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms up, sink the hips, squeeze your glutes. I like to have that feeling that your feet are spreading away from each other, like you're ripping your mat apart. Exhale to fold. Ground down the hands, step your feet back in your downward facing dog. All right, you know where we're heading. We're gonna keep adding on. Big toes will touch. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, pull it through. Hug it in. And then step it in between both palms. So from here, we're gonna keep the legs high. So sink the hips and look forward for a beat. And then exhale, lengthen out the legs into your pyramid. Inhale to shift forward, look forward. Make sure that you're taking a moment to feel into the inner legs here. The hip flexors. Exhale to lengthen out the legs. Again, breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, lengthen everything out. So take a moment here to maybe come to the ball of the back foot and lift up the right toes. So you're on the heel of the right foot. See if that feels any sensation through the back line of your right leg. And then maybe bow a little bit closer towards your right leg. Breathe through any kind of movement through the body here, something you might be holding on to and trying to go a little bit deeper. We'll ground down the right foot, shift forward, bend into the right leg, ground the left hand down, easy twist, open up. Maybe pulling a little bit further your right hand back, and then float it down, plank pose, step your right foot back. Stay here, breathe in, hips are in line with the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Shift forward and lower slowly all the way to the mat. This time we are doing a flowing cobra. So option here is to bring the hands wide, maybe off of the mat and coming to the fingertips, making sure you're lengthening out into the legs. Inhale to push into the fingertips, rolling up from the back of the heart. Gaze up, close the eyes maybe. Exhale to lower. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, lower. So take your time, last one. all the way back down. Bring the hands back down underneath the shoulders, and from plank or table, we're gonna come back up into our downward facing dog. Then from here, we're gonna shift forward into our plank, and then walk the right foot in and then the left foot in. So you're in that hovering table. Squeeze into the core, push through the middle of your shoulder blades here, like what we had worked on at the beginning. Push through all 10 fingers. And then exhale to step your right foot back and your left foot back. From here, we're gonna bring our right hand out like we're shaking someone's hand. Exhale, bring it back down. Left hand forward, squeeze in the core, push through that right hand. Exhale, back down. This time, walk your left foot in, then your right foot. Squeeze and push the mat away. Exhale, left foot back, right foot back. Plank. Again, left hand lengthens out. Exhale, back down. Right hand forward. Exhale, back down. One more time, right foot in, left foot in, squeeze and push. Exhale, right foot back, left foot back. One last time, reach your right arm out. Exhale, plant it back down. Left hand, exhale, back down. From here, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe in, fill up, and exhale, let it go. Do that again. Big toes will touch here. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, pull it through, squeeze, and then step it in between both palms right away. Sink the hips, look forward. Exhale to lengthen everything out. So you know where we're headed. 2 more times, pulse it forward. Pulse it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back and stay. If it feels good with your legs lengthen out this way, you can stay here. You can play with coming to the ball of the back foot and coming to the heel of the front foot. Breathing through any sensations here and bowing closer towards your left leg. We'll ground down the foot, bend back into the left leg. Easy twist, left arm up towards the sky, open up. On your next exhale, really guiding your left shoulder back. We'll bring the left palm back down. Step your left foot back. Plank pose. Inhale, shift it forward and take your flow of choice. Bend the elbows down, cobra or upward facing dog. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Bring the knees down. Take a child's pose here. So big toes will touch, knees are wide, and take a moment to come off of the wrists. Maybe you're bringing your arms alongside the body. Take a moment to breathe here. Check in. And then lengthen the arms back out. And then pick yourself up into your table. Curl under the toes. Pick the knees off of the mat and sink your hips back so your knees are wide. Pick your hips up, downward facing dog. So big toes will touch. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, pull the knee to right elbow. Exhale, back and up. This time we pull it through center and maybe rolling to the outer borders of your left foot, stepping your right foot back. Wild thing. Shine your heart up towards the sky. Right leg lands behind. Exhale to slowly transition out. You're bringing right leg back up to the sky. Pull it through center. Step it in between both palms. When you're ready, feet are on separate tracks. You're rising up to crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Maybe look up. We're going to bring the hands behind the head. Elbows are wide. And from here, we're going to keep moving. So we're going to pulse through the legs. So with the elbows wide, chest is open. Your head is leaning back into your hands. We're going to pulse. So bend into the back knee, tap. Exhale to lengthen hips back, lengthen legs out. Bend and pulse. Up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen everything up, reach up. So you're back in your high lunge. And then we're gonna lengthen the legs out and land left hand down, right arm up. Coming into your revolve twisted triangle. So hips should be pushed back. So really leaning right hip back, left hip forward, right arm up. Exhale to ground the right hand back down. Bend into the front leg and land your left knee back down. Low lunge, reach your arms up. Look up. Exhale, ground the hands down and lengthen front leg out. Come into the hamstring stretch here. So you're on the heel of the right leg. Inhale, exhale to bow a little bit closer to your front leg. Next inhale will pull you forward, bend back into the front leg. Land your left palm down, easy twist, lift the back leg up, open up. And then exhale to roll to outer borders of the left foot and come into a side plank. Inhale to pick the hips a little bit higher. And then exhale, bring right hand back down. And then take your flow of choice. Bend the elbows, cobra, upward facing dog. Take your time, exhale, flow it back. Inhale here, big toes will touch, left leg up. Exhale, tap left elbow. Three-legged dog, left leg back. Inhale, shift it forward, come into your wild thing on the other side, tap your left foot back, and heart up towards the sky. Hips a little bit higher. Exhale to land left palm, three-legged dog. Bend into the knee, shift it forward. You're coming into your high lunge. Step your left foot down, reach up. Settle into the legs, look up towards the sky. Then we're bringing the hands to interlace behind the head, elbows wide. Try to tuck the pelvis down, core, navel to spine, so that there's no flaring through the ribs. And then we start pulsing here, so tapping the knee down and then lengthening the legs out. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend back into the front leg, reach your arms up, high lunge. And then as we lengthen the legs out, we're bringing our right hand to the inside of our left foot. Legs are straightened back, so pyramid legs, you're in your revolve triangle. Open and look towards the left and feel that engagement of your left hip wrapping back, right hip forward. Inhale here to open up. Exhale to stay. We'll land the left palm back down, bend deeply into the front leg, sink the hips, look forward, and then slowly tap your right knee back down. Low lunge, reach your arms up. Look up. Exhale, flow the hands down and pull back, hips. Come into the hamstring stretch to the left side and bow over your left leg. Inhale to walk it back forward. Plant the right palm, easy twist, pick up the back leg. Open up the left shoulder. Float the left hand down, step back into your plank. And from here, flow of choice. Cobra, upward facing dog. Back into your downward facing dog. Bend into the knees, step or float to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise and reach. Push your hips forward. Hands come into heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale to fold over your legs. Next inhale, sit your seat back, chair pose. Sink a little bit deeper. Bring your hands into prayer through center. Your next inhale, we're going to twist. So inhale here, and then twist. Right elbow is going to tap left leg. Stay here, push into the palms, and try to bring your heart through so that it's pointed more towards the left and up towards the sky. Making sure that your knees are not flaring out or ahead of each other, so everything is in line. We're gonna come to the ball of the right foot, and maybe you are floating your right foot up. Bring your right foot back down, and then exhale to fold. From here, we're going to sink our hips one more time. Chair pose. Sink them a little bit deeper. Bring your hands into prayer. Breathe in. And then twist towards the right. So take a moment to push into the palms. Twisting through the thoracic spine. And maybe you're coming to the ball of the left foot first. And take a moment to find your balance. Maybe look down and float your left foot. Kind of like flamingo legs. We're going to float left foot slowly back down. And then come back through center, fold over your legs. Plant the right hand down in front of your face. Bend deeply into the right leg and twist your left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring left palm down. Replace where your right hand was. Bend deeply in the left leg. Reach your right arm up. Landing right hand back down. Halfway lift. Exhale to plant the palm, step back in your plank. Squeeze the core. Stay here, push the mat away. Exhale to lower all the way down, bend the elbows. From here, bringing your hands into like goalpost hands, cactus arms. And we're gonna move through a few Supermans. So from here, we're grounded down. And then as we inhale and exhale, float everything up. Arms, head, legs. Squeeze the back line here. Maybe lift a little bit higher. Exhale to fold. 2 more times here. Inhale. Exhale and lift. Lift higher. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale here. Exhale to lift. Maybe floating, arms a little bit higher, legs a little bit higher. Stay here. Exhale, come down. So from here, grounding down into the legs, you're going to crisscross your arms. We'll start with the right arm on top of the right. So it's like at the beginning when we twist tie our legs, we're going to twist tie our arms. Right arm on top. Walk them away from each other and off the mat. Hips are grounded down and you're just folding over your arms here. So we're stretching through the shoulders a little bit more. You can bring your chin down to your arms. Maybe close your eyes. Ground down into the elbows and slowly walk your hands back up. Take a moment here, maybe just bringing the elbows down. And then we're going to do that in the other direction. So right arm on top of left. Walk your hands away from each other. And then ground your chin down. Close the eyes. Feel that nice stretch through the shoulder blades. And then slowly unravel out of that pose and just roll over onto your back. Find a block once you arrive. So from here, we're on our back, bend into the knees, soles of the feet are onto the mat. Lift your hips and come into a supported bridge. So the block is just gonna land to your low back, between your low back and tailbone. Ground your hips down and then walk your feet wide, let your knees come in to touch. Try bringing your arms away, further away from the body than usual. Just relax here. signaling to our nervous system that we are slowing things down. And then we're gonna walk our feet back in through center, knees back pointed up. This time, soles of the feet are gonna touch, knees are gonna fall open into that kind of reclined butterfly pose, but supported by the block. So soles of the feet are pushed and touching together. And let the weight of your knees and hips just open up here. Breathe in and breathe out. Help your hands close your legs back up. And then we're gonna lengthen both legs out. So as you remain on the block, you'll see how that feels in your body. And if at any point you need to come dip off of the block, you can always do that too. So from here, we're gonna inhale our arms up towards, our hands up towards the sky and behind us. Let them ground down towards the earth. And we'll start by walking our feet over towards the right corner of our mat and cross your left leg over your right. Try to shimmy your shoulders over towards the right. And your right hand is gonna hold on to left wrist or forearm here, coming into our crescent or banana shape pose, supported by the block. So stay grounded in the heels and the upper body, and you're supported by the mat and the block. Breathe in deeply through the whole left side body. Stay here. Next, exhale and cross the feet, walk back through center and all the way over towards the left. Again, shimmy your upper body up and over towards the left. Left hand will hold on to right wrist or forearm. It's right foot that will cross over top of left. And just sink into this pose, breathing deeply. Whenever you're ready, slowly come out of that pose, walk your feet back towards the mat, pick up the hips to take the block out, and then find your final resting pose, lengthen out the legs. Try to take up as much space as you can, so widen out the legs and the arms. And close the eyes. Just be in your body, be here in this moment. Forget about any judgment or expectations and take this extra few moments to just be here. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Namaste.